Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Warcraft replay here. It's been a while since the last upload, but yeah, enough of that. Oops, where did it go? Just clicked somewhere and apparently it disappeared. This is gonna be a Night Elf vs Human, I believe. It's a little bit weird since we have someone playing offers. So WFZ spawning in as the red human player in the top right. I'm not sure why he's playing human, but yeah, that's what he's gonna go for. Thankfully his name is readable. I usually have doubts when people go off race and they have the blank name, mainly because it's in Chinese, and yeah, I can't really tell if it's an alias or not, but yeah, now that I see that it is in English, I'm probably still as suspicious, but either way, his opponent is going to be LawLiet, spawning in as the blue Night Elf in the bottom left. Haven't casted LawLiet in quite some time, it's been a year, and it's not necessarily that he's been quiet, he's been a lot more active than Yumiko has, at least in 2018, so yeah, I guess it's just his replays haven't really like stood out to me, but I can't really say that this replay specifically stood out to me. It's averagely length game, nothing major there. The unicomps aren't actually that spectacular, so I'm just curious as to yeah, how this game ended so quickly, and for the fact that WFZ is off racing. So yeah, Keeper versus Archmage. Believe me, this is a 1.31 game. It's just that Night Elves hasn't really received a better alternative to the Keeper. I think the Demon Hunter got touched up. It's been a while since I've actually tried to record the 1.31 patches, but Keeper did get hit in a lot of his abilities, but it seems like even this nerfed Keeper is just a lot better of an option. Force of Nature is just crazy good right now, despite having a little bit of nerfs, I believe, to either the Treant's damage output or their health base. Either way, just the amount of Treants you can get early on, and even in the late game, is like so much more valuable than, I guess, like singular unit lockdown that the Demon provides. Either way, extremely early flute for the Archmage of WFZ. He is going to be extremely happy about that once he transitions into that double arcane sanctum. He also picks up a couple of manuals with health there, I believe. I'm pretty sure that second one was another health one. Yeah, looking pretty good. If that was double manuals, that would mean 100 health straight up, but it might have actually just been a manual of health and a tome of knowledge, which is one stat to everything, because his HP's at 625. I mean, not like I don't exactly remember what the base health is, but I could have sworn it ended at 50s. So I think that extra 25 is from additional strength. I could be wrong, it could just be straight up 2 manuals of health, but other than that, Keeper didn't really find too much success compared to his opponent. +6 intelligence is nice, but overall it's not as much damage as Flute would give for the human army here. Because undoubtedly, WFZ would be going into ranged units, and yeah, Flute's just really good aura. It's just below the power level of the Battle Drones, because Battle Drones can at least hit melees, but yeah, Flute is just really good in itself. Most unit comps actually go ranged units anyways, so it's not like it's that much of a difference. Only difference would probably be Orcs, since Orcs, yeah, most of their damage is kind of split between the Headhunters and the Raiders, but in this matchup, Night Elves, I'm not exactly sure if LawLiet's gonna go for any bears. but I would imagine Dryads would be pretty good options. But anyway, a bit of a skirmish here in the middle of the map. I'm not sure whether or not these two players are at tier 2 to pick up a Tavern Hero to try and sway things here, but the Troll Shadow Priest is being targeted by the Keeper, and it seems like the Shadow Priest will be able to stay alive as the Keeper is going to be pushed away at around 170 health.
Let the killing begin.
No units lost, I don't think, for LawLiet or WFZ. In fact, actually no, I think did WFZ lose that single footman? I think he did. So in exchange for a couple of units, I guess. Early expansion in the bottom bit here. It is also being answered up in the top by WFZ, but it is a matter of fact that it is LawLiet's base being attacked, so yeah, it's not looking great for the Night Elf player since he is on the defensive, which is definitely not something you would want to do as a Keeper player. You want to be very aggressive with your Force of Natures.
Your building is complete.
And to be honest, I actually have no idea how WFZ is maintaining this pressure. I think that is about to change very soon as the footmen are dispersing and the Archmage is out of mana, so no more elementals for that.
Your building
but either way, Sentry Ward, I imagine that is LawLiet's, right? LawLiet's, yep, that is LawLiet's Sentry Ward. I don't actually know why it's placed up there, but either way. Expansions for both sides are going to be fully saturated now.
Fresh, cool ale here.
Panda gets picked up as, yeah, normally I don't like pandas into humans because they will eventually go into Spellbreakers, but I guess he is not expecting that many Spellbreakers from his opponents, and yeah, I mean, the panda's gonna be really good versus the footmen and the spellcasters anyway. It's just that once Spellbreakers become a little too numerous, that the panda doesn't really find too much in the mid to late game. But yeah, it's been a while since I've actually seen supermassing on those Spellbreakers there. TP Scroll is going to be used to try and answer this attack. WFZ is just going to simply run away. It seems like he did force a cancel on one of those Ancient of Lores there, as I am not sure if an Ancient of Wonders were destroyed or not, but either way, another one of them is being built as well. WFZ going back to farming. He will hit level 4 after this Overseer camp unless he pulls out here, but it doesn't seem like it. He should be able to easily pick up the kill. Item is going to be a circlet. It might just get stolen by the panda. The panda's trying to get in there, and yep, there we go. He will be able to pick it up, but at what cost? He is at risk of getting surrounded. But the TP Scroll, in fact, is going to be started up by the Archmage. Ooh. Very, very close Breathfire there, but the footman will be able to live. Yeah, I guess the mercenaries are just a little too much to deal with here, which is very odd because it doesn't look like that many units for either side. 42 it says, but it definitely doesn't feel like a 42 supply game. Of course, we have to take into the fact that everyone does have a second base, so most of that supply is down towards those workers.
The great outdoors.
We do hear the first couple of Dryads being produced here.
Our warriors have
we are going to tier 3, so we do have some intention of making a couple of Druids of Claws. As we have the Overlord being pulled and taken out here. The Panda, will he hit level 3? Nope, not with that. He will have to take 1 or 2 more casts, but he does pick up plus 12 claws, which could be very nice. It's a damn shame that the Demon Hunter didn't make an appearance in this game, because that would be a very monstrous Demon Hunter. Either way, that is going to be level 3 on the Panda, right? Ogre Magi is running away, but he should give that needed experience over. There we go, and we are going to have another expansion on the bottom right. might have been scouted out here by WFZ, or at least deducted that an expansion could possibly be placed down. But yeah, that extra expansion might be pretty crucial in taking advantage of this game, as we have another freeze. Apologies for that. I have absolutely no idea why it keeps doing that. But yeah, that is a second TV scroll being burnt there by the Archmage as he gets caught out doing a couple of camps. Troll Warlord drops... I actually have no idea what he dropped. Maybe the Archmage already picked it up before he left. There is the Mountain King, Ankh for Incarnation. I believe got dropped in this specific camp, since this camp drops those consumable items, and the Ankh is indeed a consumable.
Our warriors have engaged.
It might just be the +6 claws, honestly, from the Archmage. I actually have no idea who killed the Troll Warlord, but yeah, this Ogre Lord camp is already taken out. Already taken out, as we have the Legion Doomhorn being picked up there by the Panda. That is going to give Unholy Aura over to the entirety of the Night Elf army, and I mean, it definitely is a useful aura. I'm not sure if it's that great. I don't know. Night Elves do have their weird restriction in HP regen with, I think, during nighttime only. So this could help, and the move speed is, yeah, move speed is always a great aura. Expansion spotted. It might just get completed since it will have its fortification armor very soon, and the defense is already here to deal with this. Archmage extremely close to level 5, but it seems like he won't be able to get it with this tree. He is going to be using a staff of teleportation, and that is going to force the entangle from the keeper. Very risky on the Archmage to risk that entangle, but yeah, he did have that deep scroll straight away, so no harm done really there. But yeah, things are not looking good for WFZ now, as we do have an attack in the main base of WFZ. Dryads, not the best siege units ever, but we do hear a couple of Mountain Giants being produced. We actually have 3 Mountain Giants instead of any Druids of Claws, and Resistance Skin is on the way. Mountain Giants, yeah, not being moved. Neither are these Fairy Dragons, so LawLiet might probably just think that he could just end this with his current units, maybe. I don't know, those units are still not moving. WFZ is going to try and answer this. Sadly, he did burn that TV scroll from the earlier attempt at taking down the expansion, so he had to walk all the way over here, I imagine. And yeah, he did lose a barracks for that, and maybe a farm, as we do have another attack at the other base. This is going to be very stressful. It almost feels like the Night Elf player has the mass teleport, but all he did was simply just move to the left. We seem to be having a trade here. The second expansion is going to be hit, but it might just be all the more worth it since LawLiet already has. He has 3 bases. He can't afford to lose 1 to just even it out with WFZ. Peasants might actually eat a huge breath of fire there, nicely done from the Panda. And yeah, just watching these guys burn, the Treants are going to hack their way against those poor little men, as we do have the second base being targeted here by WFZ. So it seems like LawLiet chose to TP back to the main base, which is rather interesting. He is not actually choosing to defend this directly. He is going to TP once again to the main base, and he is bringing along his Mountain Giants. So he did reveal his hand, but at least it forced his opponent to retreat there. Very interesting as to why he TP scrolled twice. He could have just simply moved his Mountain Giants along while the channel was happening, but yeah, he just wanted to bring the Giants along with the TP scroll, which is very wasteful in terms of gold, but a lot funnier, I guess. Alrighty. Decent number of spellbreakers. They are +1 armor, and the riflemen are +2 attack, which is pretty good. I don't think LawLiet has anything. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. He is +2/+1 on his giants and dryads. And yet again, another elemental is gonna bite the dust there, giving a little bit more experience over to the keeper, who is halfway to level 6. We are looking 75 versus 76. Very nice mana positioning on his fairy dragons there is going to force WFZ to retreat a little bit. Archmage does have Greater Healing Potion. First spellbreaker of the game is going to drop there. Mountain Giants are going to hack away at it without any trees, I guess. Stormbolt to the face on the Panda as he's moving a little too forward is going to drop down to about 600 health there, but I think he should be fine. Keeper, I'm going to keep my eyes on his experience bar. We do have the Treant slowly dying to the arcane towers, but I honestly think that LawLiet can just continue bashing away. I mean, at the same time, he is getting rid of those trees, which is pretty nice. Nice bit of fire there, able to do a huge amount of damage to those footmen. And the fairy dragons are just being uncontested right now. Sorceresses are just not actually caring about those fairy dragons. That is going to be a TV scroll used backwards. Okay, interesting. WFZ is going to regret that, as he is now in a very worse position. Level 6 onto the keeper, and we do have that tranquility being channeled there. So yeah, Mountain Giants just got a lot harder to kill. And it seems like WFZ is still choosing to make a stand, which could have fooled me because that TV scroll was extremely weird. This game, in like the last half of the game, had like really interesting TV scroll decisions. Mountain King is gonna die. He does have the Ankh for reincarnation. Archmage, his scroll of protection is gonna wear out very soon. There we go with the Mountain King there, but he is gonna get entangled around into a battering from those Mountain Giants. They are just gonna spam that taunt. So it seems like despite the food nerf on those Mountain Giants, I believe it was a food nerf, they are still running rampant here in the human matchup, or at least in any sort of matchup. And that is going to be that. So LawLiet, all he needed to do was stall until he got a good number of Mountain Giants and just blew it away. Yeah, it's a really bad matchup for the humans, especially since they do tend to go into the spellcasters route. And yeah, that was interesting. Very interesting TPs. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again next time.